So, myself say, me, my friend, I don't know, because and also stand Oko Jumna, and actually 155 and imagine the food of the year.
Bija waiting for I want to win your broken and the pay. Bija, my brother Dixon, so the Bova Kunyana, young man, Francis Ako, the money.
Okay.
And then the birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Rudy, later, but Munka.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wednesday, spend ahead of Madiana every day.
Almost every day, but I had to see.
Almost every day. Yeah. I can't mention because it's important too. My only there. I'm pricking and conscience sufficiently enough. Because I need the man. Okay, I start the year to one more. Na yabas sons that may be where Conedo. But it seems to me that, especially the political class, it's buoyant through Paul. The partner you would na neaboko. Konyawa motorbikes, Okada.
Yeah.
Their politics be there. Koni biado, you be legalizing. Okada, hey! We know the social menace our cause.
Very, very serious.
It's about regulate one about the more license. Now I then. And then the human beings will change overnight. Or they will become what?
Super riders.
It's unbelievable. In discipline issues, what permeate yen a man no growl? Yeah, last week, a Kwame so posted BB or Facebook. Pembeta, na papa, or G for bringing Iguan Osaponchi Frivolta region to Greater Accra. Although veterinary, more certified.
That one correct.
That one Yel baby and you want to the Frivolta region or the Greater Accra. What Ghana ho? Then we growing up. Tankers.
Hey. Some number. Obafia said,
I want to pour
on Cassa or just information at Wabako.
How are we? Building permit. No, go for the Guma. Oh my, well, I did answer this with
Debbie. Debbie, me a corporate. And you know, reason is that.
Look,
as I speak to you now, even payment schedule for property rate, initial payment, there other rates. I don't know whether we can adopt a software that will capture all these things and then willingly there will be assembly account where willingly you go and
forget.
Maybe human intervention.
Yen Abanabredo, you implement centralized collection system. Is it? And what be a deep-seated
critical area to get money.
Such that institutions of state are being used to advance it.
That's the danger.
Nakobedan na obia court of competent jurisdiction where you should bench warrant. I won't vacate otum obagana kromaha under the protection of the state.
But that one moment you're careful.
One year, but careful.
The state being protect you.
I hear from the way okay.
Minia dance.
Oh, have they denied it? Have they denied it? All over the place. That this gentleman can offer the pay from Dumffuor to Asofo to him. Everybody is further. Okay, keeping what the official residence of the vice president or prestige lane cantonments. What's what in for gate 19? What be some minister question? Also, no immigration officer, defense minister. Nti our panel konekebisa question under the Right to Information Act. No asama na eriki. Under the protection of the state. Oh. And then the way no court. We all have seen pictures. And the court vacated the bench warrant against him. Well, there can reasons no. But these are the kinds of things. Before you ever start to show it, America, Dixon. Then some announce you know. Yes, you are very set. I'm on to about Mama Samahama. Cause minimum that it hasn't changed as far as I'm concerned. Building the Ghana we want here, king. Oh, a slogan, pure deceit. But do na nye jezi wonu. The wako watu abaman president we yi nefio. Oso wasesa arbo abe nzama fufur. So waji de wa we jezi wonu mu. Watu abaman. A reset no nya. Aman. And some work came. The Akufo-Addo na ban one mismanage the economy. Why them? Inflation we could know. And that was young bones mon. Osande wanyi Kwabena Dumffuor no nye ne nkrofo one negotiate ma about 60% of charge award the bond. What catch Ghana for a political persecution. The current Attorney General court to fight against the revocation of Unibank one license. Okay. Somebody will do back Akufo-Addo that was spent 20 billion of money that we didn't have. Yenibio, yakwa bobosa. And those were the two critical expenditure items are. Now, what money such that time of COVID-19 oba iwiasimu, the impact of Ghana was worse than other countries. Banking sector, no energy sector. Ama hini mi biso asama ke?
Papa.
Someone coffee work for. That there was not necessary, wasn't required. That banodobo busa or the banking sector. In there. What's the most more? Zende. Now, Kwabena Dumffuor here. Why have you people negotiated for him to pay 60% of the money that he took? Aman. Someone here. No, yeah, NDC former minister na Akufo-Addo na ban okay a true didn't do Unibank. Why are we being called upon to celebrate and negotiated 60%? Ababana na why as I want to negotiate 60%. These are the kinds of things against ourselves. You see today, you have a full circle. Sunday, what can the Ghana of war we free? And I'm not even hearing journalists talk about it but we were told at the time that Kwabena Dumffuor one year he or Akufo-Addo any tan no the tan Ghana for individuals are because of their political affiliation. I haven't heard any journalist speak about it in that manner. The debate now whether the 60% no or you okay another one can watch more. Now why are then the CCI is 60% or the 70% and 80% and 100% na no kode yeji amani. Amani mbiso asam. Come for then.
If there was no wrongdoing, said clearly there was no.
Thank you very much. So what was said then? Okay, below the line reporting. Finance Ministry in 2019. that these two expenditures, energy sector, no, the banking sector clean up. But they were necessary. When COVID came, it compounded their financial problems. Abandon shall the better look. But me yedri, ya boya una ya ban. Yan shall the fun to Bobby Brana, ya fanye, ya fun to yanko. Like these people, my friends. 1% levy. They are ye. Today, they have the audacity to tell me that Muntia 1 cedi on every liter because we have problems in the energy sector. Now, 11 on there, then. Only any problems in the economy. And they turn around and tell me that, oh, we'll renegotiate IPPs. I laugh. Now, IPPs is one on negotiate, one on assign in the first place.
NDC.
So they've gone around 8 years coming to renegotiate contracts they themselves signed.
But what's wrong with that?
But they were good contracts. Why are you negotiating? Or they were not good? 8 years, you've come to realize that.
They can do better.
Oh, but you negotiated, you went in.
It doesn't change the fact that they can do better.
Oh, share. So, Akufo-Addo negotiated over 8 years.
They say, we're 20 minutes.
Oh, you can't 30 minutes. You have time and carefully now. But you make the studio no grammar.
Oh, what is that?
Make the studio no grammar, my father.
So, you said intro. I know.
We're touching on 4 different subjects.
Because, more you're not a film. More you're not a film. Kata was a Mahama case.
Don't worry, you go to someone also. My own trouble, baby. You get equal opportunity.
Mahama case. Have you seen a bill that was passed on the certificate of
Mahama case?
The funding, where is it coming from?
Oh, Ibenyesika.
Oh, NHI is kind of what you.
And I make it Ibenyesika.
So why don't you add the ailments, that is not covered on the NHIS?
We want to be specific about what we do.
Specific about what?
We want to just draw.
NHIS was starting progressively. They added ailments from the time President Kufuor
So you're thinking is I think they count.
Now, as I said to Mahama Kesa, create your own fund, create your own source, and let kind of
if you go to NHIS, so if you go to NHIS,
the NHIS fund na yeji Abana set up waso ayarfo different ayarfo fund. Ne NHIS can be. Na that question them for the because I had it. More because of what?
Oh, with the kind of idea now can was them.
Mercy, NHIS yesterday. Every time you will review ailments, yerba or cover. No one did become an amateur. Maybe so as me yana. So if you feel the need, the yerba be on your covered. In see, NHIS near for the yerba being come on. What stops you from doing that? That is the mandate of the NHIS. But they be able to they offer social intervention policy since the 1992.
So you're thinking of the
what is it?
Okay. Sugar. Oh.
Oh my. Major so. Echia
tomato factory in
Echia me and no more coso.
Tomato factory in
come.
I've been invited to come.
Yeah, sure.
Na me shred Adjuma Kasia.
Minister of Agriculture so say intervention by the airboa and the feed Ghana no.
The feed Ghana.
First
the feed
few
Ghana.
districts no. Brekum West one of the beneficiaries.
Very good. Besi Gina here. Feed Ghana pese minister ni chirimu because as a feed Ghana abakoda.
Debbie enkoda.
Good.
Enkoda ebia publicity ene hu dede no ebia obekase but adwuma ekoso e wo form no oman wo hwe first quarter
wadaka she 24 hours
there is no sector a grow chain agric sector over 6%
NDC
actually wo adwuma agric minister bae oye na oman quick one me nikan enchia the good people of Brekum West enura ne enne graduation days for yenkwara na wo basic schools no I have a lot of invitations. Na nura na ye busy with chamber ye pass Ghana Medical Trust Fund bill. Enti mentumi anko na ye to aso. But the good news is say me this year me delegate no ene constituency chairman leadership ɛwɔ hɔ ayɛ adwuma pa. And I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of Yenkwara and Romo graduated from various schools or more Abba. On my quick one, mean free a year ready for case, so now you clarify. Statement Deputy Attorney General de Babontin on care baby da say Dumffuor and 7 others enye boni bia for want of time in Kenny about point number 2 also the central objective of these prosecutions has been to ensure accountability for public funds and more importantly recover losses occasioned to the state through various alleged acts of financial impropriety. In pursuit of this objective, the Office of the Attorney General, in collaboration with other relevant state agencies, established a threshold of 60% recovery of the alleged losses to the state. It was about 5 for her. Based on that, and on what this continue, then it says following prolonged negotiations and engagements, the accused persons in the Republic versus Kwame Dumffuor and 7 others have met this recovery threshold. Accordingly, accordingly, in furtherance of public interest and considering the significant recoveries made to the state, the Honorable Attorney General has satisfied himself that continuing with the prosecution will not serve any additional public interest. Then it continues. This decision, however, does not imply an absence of wrongdoing, nor a vindication of any conduct. It is a pragmatic step. So, impression created, and they said, the position of the NDC and for that matter, the government, they said, Dumffuor and 7 others, Enye Bonibiano. That is not
that's what you said in 2018.
What the Attorney General is saying, in prosecutions of this nature.
Okay. You just take your time. I feel the letter is contradicting and it doesn't really make the headway we want to get.
Okay.
This government, at this material moment, people have gone through this process.
Yeah.
Okay, so why wouldn't government use the same approach? Because clearly, hold on.
Okay.
Government has given us a leeway.
Yeah.
That when retrievals are possible.
Yeah.
There's no need for, even though it doesn't guarantee say onye bonibia.
Exactly.
So now do for onye bonibia. Nyame adom.
No.
Me say chedemeka no. Me say now and say onye bonibia. The why you say aban ni natimi atena sia mantia sia ye dwuma say. The beer or Hobiana is Kasem Kawadi and Cow, 60% at least. Has not recovered. So government should use the same government should use this same principle in adopting to other people's cases.
That is another discussion, but I may clarify the fact that you creating impression say yes, you do 4 years, you know. The statement clearly says
2018 time against the party.
Clearly, these issues are case by case basis. It is a plea bargain, and you'll be a case by case. So I cannot tell why others are not benefited, but we should agree it's a case by case basis.
Is it not strange that?
And two,
is it not strange there, Lawyer Boame? This Attorney General has adopted what you guys call nolly prosequi. Is that correct?
Yes.
Almost all
politically people who are politically exposed.
I mean, can't trust me observer. Me political actor. But I want to just ask these questions for the and you're worrying, say almost all the politically exposed cases in Ghana within a twinkle of a second. This Attorney General has been able to end all these cases.
So clearing agents.
Is it also worrying? Say the last 8 years, all those who were hauled before the court were those who were perceived to be NDC sympathizers. Is it also not worrying?
So you have added up to the conversation.
Yes. Is it not worrying?
Is it not worrying that as we speak now, Yamin and Abanga has not been called by Yoko swiftly as they did to me and Kwabena Boy.
I don't know, but they've been referred to, and we expect.
So that is, that is why yeah, establish a principle. We want to educate the people.
Yeah.
What it means is that nothing has changed. We are repeating the same old things that we have done from 1992 up to this point, and our expectation is that we are resetting. No. It's
but
it's not true.
Some of us are maintaining a position, say, prosecution of people like Dr. Puni, people like Collins Deuda,
for 8 years.
People like Dumffuor,
for 8 years.
People like Japa, and several others were politically motivated.
When you draw that conclusion, then they are also able to draw conclusions that there are people going through now is politically motivated. As a matter of fact, record setting 14 days at Yoko, superseding the major laws of the country. Nobody is talking about it.
What I'm saying is, Attorney General, our prosecute cases, and in fact, this is pragmatic and progressive approach to certain prosecutions. One, sometimes you have a decision to make. Say, sika kodi nipa bi enchen na nipa no be ko jail na sika na yehia de be chichire omai no yensanka na ye be hwe the other options if we can get the money back
engineer ntwaso
na ye ntwaso a case by case, and I think that this is not the first time ye sa situation we be. So I want to clarify that maybe no sa no said ye na minu ye ka say President Mahama onim no oba onim so oba o meyehwe no probably on share or minor ye team no you may be talking about a different country. We are in a country inflation hit 54 as of January then, and I'm 24%. Within the last 6 months I dropped to 13%. This is under President Mahama. We are in a country January now you top petrol 1 gallon 70 cedis and now you turn around 55 cedis. We are in a country around January, not dollar, 15, 16 cedis per dollar, and a little over 10. We are in the country, food inflation, January compared to now, a drop over 20%. We are in the country, lorry fare, January compared to a drop by over 15%. So we are definitely making progress. Menka say, or minor all of a sudden, and no master. But if you look at the indicators, and on mine, this position will be vindicated tomorrow. Finance Minister, ba Parliament, or China, the media budget, bana, ubehunu, and Noma, koso. 80, the first 6 months, directional, this government, kono. I just say, ubia, person, ube appreciate it. Having said that, quickly, on mine, da or can't Mahama case, and ra, na me Parliament, I sat through. Clause by clause. Now, it is very important. Mahama case na ye can ye Ghana Medical Trust Fund bill. This is the bill and ye pass man be ye emra. Oh my. But I actually very simple. Say oh my ye team yare bi to say stroke, diabetes, hypertension, kidney diseases, any other cardiovascular diseases, yare a friend non-communicable diseases, you know. Se nipa edubi ewu a emu 9 de sa yare no. So over 40%. Sa yare a ye bubosu yi yare a se count na oni sika twetwiri dia na woto ada nanom e won se do. Enti Yewura Mahama ye se obeye president a ye health insurance no wo ho na rewosam ne se oman health insurance on and cover sa yare akese ya ye ka ho asemi dialysis initial stage sunya kidney problem a ye be diagnose ye be but they do say ukọ dialysis you have to pay any ho no manti akoduru ba bia ahiafo probably what in krana ye middle class mbre we ya you may not appreciate na wo me constituency na oman minimum Mpensenpensenmu bi adadan mu 12 years, 15 years. Sometimes they do baby cry na ye referee. If you say bia nipa na free money and dey.
Sikasem.
Sikasem. Obi wo pressure. Sika o de beto aduro keke. Problem. Enti President Mahama ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ sɛ ɔde mmara we bɛba parliament wadi ne bɔhyɛ so ne baayɛ no let me clear misconceptions a yɛnua mo ɛde ne nam abɔntene sɛ health insurance sika ɛna yɛde ba bɛfande. If we go to clause 3 of the bill, sources of funding, and there are over 5 different sources. Health insurance is just one of them. So clause 5 outlines sources of money for the fund, which include 20% of the total monies allocated to National Health Insurance Fund. 2, other monies approved by the Parliament. Other sources from donations, grants, gifts, and other voluntary contributions. And my yen say even before I ever pass the act way no. Sika Mahama case, voluntary donations, Abba fund, you are aware, security agencies, donations are what Aban. Those who are arguing, say then I emphasize yare we in health insurance, a year yare cover no. Oh my, even now, yare we in let's be very honest. Uko ayaresabia health insurance no, send it here. Very challenging. And looking at the cost implications, in fact, it is estimated that this trust alone will need about 3 billion every year. 20% of health insurance, no, send a and even 1 billion. It means greater chunk of the money is going to come from elsewhere. I'm a beneficiaries. To me, a benefit clause 25 beneficiaries. And it just said, you don't need to enroll on this. Once we are covered by health insurance, no, automatically, uko hospital, or doctor diagnose you kidney issues, dialysis, whatever specialist treatment this is covered by the Mahama case.
So,
This is the bill, the full bill.
Just briefly.
So you can go through the bill.
Thank you. Sorry.
Article 3 talks about sources of funding. 25 talks about beneficiaries.
Were you sustainable or is just a political party?
No, it is sustainable. As I said, 20% from health insurance. Parliament will make approvals into it. Donations. And now, President Mahama vision before passing this act, a lot has already been accrued and into the fund. The domestic say yet to me ajiatum. My last preliminary commenter made a enra. We koso parliament and before we ebe koso. Na o my a year me aminuaba Eurabna Oben. Yasu and in our parliament before ye ba bail we so enra. Yasu and in no and sembibri the dika unim zeyeduamo eboykoto swearing in. The misinformation, disinformation or modern ne say sa ablikuma nofa ye campaign and I penny and I pay that seat Eddie abeka ho ama yenya absolute 2 quarters 2 tests. See I can say even independent for money business we have 184 plus the 188. We have 2 tests. Now, sir, 2 tests, no. Ye dia bra ye pen ye pese ye bese sa constitution. Ama President Mahama ako the 3rd time. In fact, that was central. Ye campaign ye nuamo 18 na ye ni abre. Say ye pe that 2 tests, no. But everybody knows say enye 2 tests. This is an entrenched provision in the constitution. You don't need 2 tests to change that. 80 yemfa sa misinformation and sa disinformation no yen fan to baby na yen ko yedim we needed that so much said ye be ya reset agenda ye pese yesesa o my Ghana no ye betumi asesa o my Ghana and o my this 9th parliament menu ya de waye MP da onim the records show clearly say ye ba ye within 6 months number of progressive pragmatic laws are passing to push this country forward. On one him, ye we and scholarship, authority a bill and so that why ko pass amana ba be ye emra and that is the beauty of this majority ye wo kwan ya fa so consult no they were asked to go and consult so the new amendments new changes will come back to the parliament but have you looked at the object of this bill?
Of course.
Since independence, make a scholarship, a National Scholarship Act bill. Since independence.
Yeah, I've read it.
Scholarship Secretariat, Eshe President Biamotuum, is at the office of the president. Now, Ghana, how often? And more complaining, pay fairness, no transparency. Kwanya ya first award scholarship. More here. Scholarship no omonsanka because ye name rebi e da ho criteria da ho ayede award now under this president he is ceding this power ono e won the office say enkoye authority independent authority with board of trustees with management omono ebeko strictly according to what the act says in awarding scholarship and I think this is forward thinking approach we munyina transform the Ghana we all want Ghana ye penny say fairness ebeye adwuma transparency ebeye adwuma accountability na eba awards of scholarship enkoye mpanyimfo te say minua mo emma de omo fase e na be benefit na mo mi ankasa me wo fase a owo ginegine or so apply not by the act.
I'm saying
I'm saying that. Know what you mean?
Let's get a proper clarity when it comes to making sure so be a akwenya or scholarship.
Exactly.
But the other aspect of it, Dana Mokam making kind of what is the criteria so clear? If I sit here today and your conclusion is that I am in a better position than somebody at Jenegene to pay for a foreign school something.
That is not all.
No, I'm saying you're not being fair to me.
No, that is not
there
all.
Should be a criteria.
That
will give all of us access.
Access, exactly. Equitable access. Equity is key. It's not about equality. It is about equity. So you may be well resourced, but we program now we call an ABA Ghana high any university bia or what's logistics and equipment ye di training. And a demand area you will still get it. Criteria no say here won they look at the cost. Okay. E betumi ahia won uni sika bia waso koye BSc marketing. BFO say marketing no betumi aye wo Legon no betumi aye wo ye university bi o ha. And also ubenya the skills and the training uhia. You may not get it. So it is not only about usika semenkwa. We look at the courses and whether we are capable of running those courses here. Okay. All these are factored into consideration. Another beautiful one from and also that why Yaya Huajuma, UDS.
I never can bills away.
UDS. I don't understand how
Chief.
We are using how we are using this majority.
I'm confused.
You were talking about using the Ghana
let's
we
not
want.
do
And
this.
I'm telling you,
Dixon, let's not do this.
This is the Ghana
Dixon,
we
let's
want.
not do this. Osande, here to tests to enable you to do any of the things that he is talking about.
Oh yes.
You don't need it.
We need majority to do it.
You need just 138.
You are done.
That's it. So please, I will natural. And you can only deceive yourself, not me. I beg you. Yeah, 2/3, so-called 2/3 work once now. It's all empty. The only circumstances in here 2/3 is when you want to remove the president. Is it going to happen?
No.
When you want to remove the speaker, is it going to happen?
No.
When you want to censure ministers of state, is it going to happen? So what are you talking about? It's empty. You can only tickle yourselves and laugh. Yeah? Chief, akasewie.
That be too. That's
Wakasewie.
But so many common can get to kakra.
No.
it will be fair.
You are talking about your majority empty.
Yeah.
But what to test? I didn't say majority.
You don't need.
You don't need it.
Exactly. But they were the people who.
Now, remember, 1992, you had every member of parliament NDC.
But he wants to do a question.
We don't
to extend the presidency.
I don't have a problem. I know they can't. I know.
Okay.
But that was
Chief,
your message,
especially responding to not appropriately or say, my message is say, more than that absolute majority to ensure the extension
I want the message.
MPP message. Were you in a
remember, it wasn't about even me.
Were you in a
MPP? One boycotter.
That's
formally as a party.
Yes.
Didn't the party boycott? So what are you talking about?
The general secretary was saying.
So what are you talking about?
Individuals.
MPP boycotted.
Yes. The general secretary has
the party formally decided.
The former vice president.
The vice president was not there.
The vice president was not there.
The vice president was not there.
The potential
Chief.
Vice president but he doesn't need to be there physically. If you send 400,000 there, and you say you were not there, do you take that?
The general secretary was here yesterday. He said the party's position.
No, I don't apologize for National Council.
Apologize.
So what are you talking about? I'm
as an independent candidate to MPP
or participating in the December election. It's not this or ballot paper.
Did you write to
the general secretary said that he was
let me tell you. Who person boycott through election, what do you do?
To your party, the general secretary.
And what did they write?
Notifying the
electoral commission. They didn't notify.
Right to electoral commission.
In the media landscape.
Okay, but
no notification. No notification. They wouldn't have printed ballot papers. They wouldn't have printed ballot papers in the name of MPP. They didn't boycott.
You see,
it was confusion.
Dixon, Maman Kasaman show. Amine declaration on 19 police stations another the entire constituency.
19.
No.
Okay.
Ablekuma not.
So we money back.
Must why collation in all the constituencies around 19. So what are you talking about? What declare several constituencies? No, work 3. East is work 19. MPPs here participate. What be a collation of all, not 19. So please.
Okay.
Here. Don't parties here. What must walk some shower? What catch on the show for me?
Well, my Dixon has said, them parties.
They are not good, though. Hey, what's not how one can summon there? As if to say there, Mahama case, source of funding, or you're unique, and that on your only NHIS. Remember, Section 78 of the NHIS Act. Mention sources of funding. The sources of money for the fund are as follows. A. The health insurance levy provided under Section 86. 2.5% of each person's 17.5% contribution to SNIT and pension scheme fund. The monies that may be allocated by the fund to the fund by Parliament. Money that has accrued to the fund for investments made by the council and grants, donations, gifts, and any other voluntary contribution made to the fund.
So it's the same.
NHIS.
It's the same thing.
Same.
So, on my
chairman, please. In principle, many problem there with expansion of to cover sicknesses are now only on the NHIS. Many problem. Sabiwa, na mi minimum china mabotuma. Minimum to mubusu nibia. Minimum to minyankubia. It's a mini problem. And obey that ban expand NHIS coverage at all times. I'm saying there, under existing regime, that is the router all the time. It's to come and create a new fund just to glorify Mr. Mahama when you haven't done anything new, but taking 20% of NHIS money to fund your so-called Mahama case, you are being deceptive. That's all.
Deceptive?
But that's exactly what the other. Okay, there.
Oh my.
Uniqueness, no, in the Mahama case, no.
It's
only
not their
donations.
reliance on
only donations. But I'm proving to you
but
that NHIS funding and Kasasuno relies on donation. So you could expand it and take the donations into NHIS to cover the thing.
In any event, NHIS was what is security agencies donated to NHIS. Millions of Ghana citizens or Modiaba Mahama fan no. Now NHS knew. Why didn't they go and donate there?
I fear.
So
if I have a fear,
the initiative.
If I have a fear, it's sustainability.
Yeah, no, it is going to be sustainable.
Unbelievable.
If I have a fear,
no,
it's unbelievable.
If I have a fear, it's sustainability.
Let me tell you this: sustainability, no, stemming from the fact that if you look at diseases, middle class people be brave, and him say, or more old age. They are most likely to have some of this. That is why it is easier for corporate organizations, individuals.
It's already provided in the NHIS Act.
The point is, at the moment,
it's there in black and white.
At the moment,
Section 78.
Do you agree, sir? Do you agree, sir? Do you agree, sir?
There is more incentive to
do you agree,
people.
In particular, simple. Do we all agree that the NHIS means of funds, you know?
Yeah.
A year 10, the same 10 almost.
Same thing. But my point is, how many people in Ghana and what is Muko donated to NHIS?
They get grants, they get gifts, they get donations every day.
The point is,
so can the sound almost say once we say it's Mahama care, President Ubia.
Oh, then I have a power. Yeah, power. I'm not going to be the president, but if we come to government, we'll cancel it and cover all those ailments on the NHIS.
At the moment,
please.
At the moment, health insurance and cover diseases.
So expand it. In fact, dialysis as of last year was included.
Oh my!
Call Dr. Our friend that presidential advisor. The deception is what irritates me.
Donations and back, grants back, investment, source of funding as okay. Why is it that NHIS is not catering for diseases? Already, sir, no money. Now see what that. NHIS. Why are they not
cover?
The point, no, because
in principle, I do not object to expanding it.
Source of funding now can so why are they not covering this? Even then, cover we could NHIS no. I struggle to cover a petty disease. And you uja bob say and cover the situation I been say. Common diseases are debia, malaria, where more air cornu, the scanning in ano, and to even answer.
That's why they take 20%.
The non-communicable.
Why they 20%?
But the 20. What I'm saying is the 20%.
NHIS. What about
So apart from the 20% or more taken, and a medical catcher say before even the fund is established, people are donating. So it tells you, say, by the nature, specialized nature of this fund, dealing with diseases, require a lot of money to deal with because what is Sika and NHIS Sika 3 billion a year. Where are they going to get money to deal with other diseases? But they stand alone, just 20% coming in, they will be able to rate about 60-70% outside. Okay. To come and get the 3 billion needed to deal with these issues every year. Right, and that is the reason why we have this very, very important bailout. Say, ya pass your man act. And on my as I said, say, free baby, me free bar, you appreciate.
I appreciate.
Because the number of people, common BP drugs, people are not able to afford. And they are dying. Maybe area, how many people can afford dialysis? How many people cardiovascular diseases are stroke will be the number of years. and yenya intervention that will specifically deal with these issues. Now, Okokasa was saying they can't NHIS. Why have they been excluded? Because NHIS name said if they take that on board, the NHIS will collapse. So they've excluded these diseases. We can cover. Then President Mahama says, well, let us take 20%, look for other sources, and deal with these diseases. No, it's not worse. 20, well, maybe it's not worse.
Normal one.
It is not worse. More suffer. It is not worse. Oh my. So are you suggesting say over 40% of people who die out of the non-communicable disease should be left to their own?
No.
So how do we deal with them? And they're on the NHI. The NHI say we cannot take care of you.
But you also don't kill.
No, you are not killing.
But
you are not killing.
You
are not killing. Oh my.
So, already no see.
They are meant. The NHS is meant to deal with all these diseases, but they are saying they say they can't.
The effectiveness.
They say they can't.
The effectiveness of the NHS is quite another subject.
Oh my, let me tell you, for NDC, the difference is the 20% we are taking still annual accruals over 15% more than what under this government we are getting, because they capped the NHIS. Now, this government has uncapped. So every money collected in the name of NHIS is going in. Even with the uncapping. With the uncapping.
Government normally gets into the fund and take it for other purposes.
But the point is we have uncapped. Now look at what is going into the GET fund. We have uncapped GET fund. We have uncapped NHIS. Under this government, Sikana NHIS, even if we take 20% to the medical trust fund, we're still going to get more because of the uncapping.
Wrap up.
Because of the uncapping.
Politics. Politics, although the benefit be other brain and crewman. Matsna Maka, in principle, many problem here with the expansion of NHIS, another ban about make sure that some Yerebia yen to me yendiska yen fontu ya na nkrofo won't mu yendiska wo fontu ya no ye be pekone ye be support one way to ya many issue bia. That's not the point. The point is that Mahama Care so-called your way creative is completely needless.
It's not so-called.
Oh,
okay.
That's fine. Whatever.
My very harmless the uncapping of NHIS. Are you going to pat this government on the back?
I'm not going to pat you on the back. Mom pat you on the back.
Yeah, uncapping.
Mom pat you on the back.
So you are justifying say Mokapu NHIS. Now NHIS.
Capping
struggle no.
And Realignment Act was for a purpose.
No, my
chief.
Mfanko NHIS. Na ye mfansa yare aban bi ba ye o se de bisika ya jejede ko no. Ye mfa ni nyina nko. Ye nchim.
Wanye ne sakeke. Eh manchiremu aban e de ba.
Nchiremu ne say.
Na wo on kapo kwa no asabe ru.
Go ye nye sika mfa nje entity diseases no. Na say ko sika fu ho. Dixon ba bi fufuru.
Dixon show me new baba do bi mo. I can do worse than this one. As a man on that capping or capping and so they took 15% of it. Now you are taking 20. So plus 15 minus 20, which is better. What was the matter?
On capping, no. Omode health related issues. They took it out elsewhere. But 20% that is being taken is going to create a fund to deal with non-communicable diseases. That is the difference. And even with the 20%
as a party of Ukraine with the okay. Well, who biases?
Because blackmailing. This is emotional blackmailing.
But Akasa, remember was me.
This is emotional blackmailing.
Let's say what's in now. Mama kwada musu say.
Okay. Ko obi wa say obi free. That was what taking advantage.
Okay. Amaine. Capping. Sintra Abano de Bay was there. I remember very well, vividly, like any day. Also, who policies are out rolling out in now? Where's the fiscal space? Because at the time, 99.7% of your total tax revenue, wages and salaries, interest payments, and statutory payments. Only na ban other policy of capping and realignment. So you capped certain statutory funds and realigned those flows to deal with other exigencies within the budget constraints that you had. That's all. ABBA, as a capping policy, they book you. No problem. I on cap said that now scanning no oko NHIS fund.
This
now the chi at 10
I said between 20.
I see. And I go for the more 15. No, but I'm maybe 20. Now they can create another fund. Martinuzin Mahama case. Now that same Yarba and come on to Madasha NHIS national. They create another fund. No Madasha.
Them parties.
No.
Oh, mess
no. Oh my.
Oh
my. Come on, capping now.
Oh,
mobile. Any health related.
Good.
Oh no,
my.
Omo year free apomudi so be apomudi.
All areas. Say uko district assembly sir. Common fund akọ. Assembly where nya sika kura no.
Remember,
you were sending 800,000 to the district assembly.
This is the number. Hold on just for a minute. Hold on. 0249 764 star 0249 764 star.
Administrator of Mahama.
Yes, no, they have administrator.
We secretariat.
They have all those
things. We offices were every region. We offices were every district.
What's the challenge cost?
Oh, now what is it? And jobs for the boys.
Are you seeing the import of what they intend to do?
Okay, development authorities across the country.
All right. On that note, Mami.
They told us that you could use the district assemblies to do those developments.
Oh yes.
Please. You told us that Skene they come at district development authorities, nothing sent coastal on a middle belt. We could use those monies to give to the district assembly.
They are doing secretariat now.
And Zawo Eba set up. Same national health insurance now was setting up no Yerba. Progressively, we expand one scope.
Okay.
Eba set up the same establishment.
Oh,
now, where offices were Accra, every regional capital, every district capital. After end this full soldiers now, why administer fund to deal with specific ailments that could have been covered under NHI. Is that what they are telling us?
I'm surprised.
Man, bro. Oh no, who has we'll meet. It's
welcome.
One number one, we are